Let me introduce y'all to this YouTube family, showing us the way to get out of debt gradually. My man Josh, he's the king of the household. Wife Christine putting debt in the chokehold. And the kids, they are Grace and Zoe, all four together living life so holy. Debt Kickin Sunday, daily vlogging. Dave Ramsey plan gonna have us live large, and every day we'll see part of their lifestyle, how they budget and they keep things wrote down. See them work through the envelope system, credit card goals and the money goes with them. You will see how the family strives, cutting debt like a knife and still have a life, Daily vlog show us how to have fun. When you hear this song, let me hear you say debt is done. Debt is done, debt is done, debt is done. Let me hear you say it louder. Debt is done.
Okay, so welcome to Debt Kickin Sunday in our backyard next to our fire pit that is so beautifully colored with chalk from our girls.
I dressed up for you guys today.
I know, we were painting, so not very glamorous. But anyway, so Debt Kickin Sunday, that's why we're outside too, because our kitchen and dining room we're painting our kitchen, so everything's in the dining room and we can't film in there. So we thought this would be nice for an October day. Okay, so last week we talked about his projects, and you got a lot of attaboys. He got a lot of compliments, you guys.
Thank you.
That was really nice to hear.
It's a lot of hard work, so I appreciate it.
It was very sweet. You guys are the best. And then we said that we're going to have, we're going to discuss how this baby has fit into our budget, how we're planning for it. And we have some questions from you guys that you asked. But first, we just wanted to tell you, you know, a little bit about this. This baby has been in the works for a lot longer than
9 months.
8 months. So we've talked about it for years and planned with our insurance company how much it would cost, the birth and everything. And really, we just did our homework on this baby.
Yep.
We got pregnant probably faster than we were expecting. We thought we'd have a little bit more time on our budget, but that's okay. So we just are sync funding. We're throwing every extra dollar we can into a baby fund.
We're figuring worst case on the hospital bills, like the top end, like the most it'll be. We're figuring on that. And then there are several big ticket baby things that we want to buy. And so we've added all that into like one big pile. And we thought whenever we get pregnant, we'll just sync fund it. And we got 9 months to pay for it.
Yep. So we basically, and since becoming debt-free in March, it really...
It's easy to do.
It's easy to do. Even with some speed bumps along the way, like with Zoe surgeries and just things that have come up in the last 8 months, because they're going to come up. Life is going to happen. We're still able to be okay, and the kids' tuition for their school was still paid, and that's a $6,000 bill. And so we still paid that, and but yeah, so it's kind of, the baby's fund has kind of become a medical fund as well, because who knows who else in our family is going to need something. So we just take it out of there if we do.
Let's get to the meat and taters here.
Okay, so that was the background on the baby and how we planned for it.
Oh, that's true. That was a question. Sorry.
Actually, no, it was just to give you information about our family, how we're planning. Are you considering cloth diapers for the new baby? Yes, we are. Actually,
yes,
definitely. We did the math, and we're going to save over $2,000. Yes, from the time.
It just costs more up front.
Yeah, from the time that we figure $400 from birth to potty training. So that's it for our costs, and we're just going to be washing
Or that's
diapers.
5 months of disposables.
Yeah. Exactly. It didn't take long to do the math and realize. Plus, we have a lot of tips that we've learned. So we think we can do this. Let's see. Would love Josh to show us how he does things and what wood he uses on his projects, etc.
I'd love Josh to show us how he does things. Boy, that's a video all itself. If not,
Guys,
all day.
These pieces take weeks or sometimes months to make because he works. He has a day job.
How about this? How about sometime here in the near future, I'll go around and show you all the projects and kind of do the tips and tricks of how I did it, what I used, and prices on everything. How about I do that?
Yeah. Sounds good.
But
to
the
me.
big tip I learned right off the way, here's the winter chicken dinner, is I realized when you're building furniture to use kiln-dried, pre-shrunk wood. So I made the first one with raw wood, made it look nice, all the fittings and everything were nice and tight, it looked sharp, and then about 3 weeks later, after all the wood completely dried out, it had cracks everywhere. So use kiln-dried wood already.
Does it cost a lot more for that?
Depends on the board. Some boards are cheaper, some boards are the same cost, and some boards are 10% more.
And it depends where you live, too. The cost of lumber.
Yeah. Kiln-dried wood.
But like last week, we mentioned Anna White's website. That's where we get all of our ideas, cut lists. She uses cheap wood, so sometimes you improvise and use a little bit
use
better
my own wood. If I think something will look better with a different grain type or whatnot, I'll get a different wood.
Also, you've learned that stains react
differently to
different types
obviously
of wood.
they act differently to different wood, but
Hello.
just colors. Like you can have like a East Coast white pine, and you can hit it with one grain or one stain, and you can hit it with another stain, and it brings out colors that you don't even see. Like you'll get red colors that show up in the stain when you use like a black stain. That the wood was white when you got it, but you put stain on it, it turns red.
Yeah.
So it's just trial and error.
Yep. You learn as you go. You just jump in. Let's see. How do I start to become debt free?
Another whole video in
That's
itself.
another video. Watch all 400 of our videos.
Do a budget.
Just do it. It's as simple as doing a budget. Getting a tablet like this, spiral bound, a pencil, and a calculator.
Do a budget and live on less money than you make.
Yeah.
So if you make $2,000 a month, live on $1,700 a month. That's sometimes you can't do that. It's hard, but you need to do a budget to see where all of your money is going.
And how much you have in debt that's outgoing every month.
But we've got some videos, or I don't know which ones they are, way back. We've got lots of them on budgeting, so maybe type in budget in the deal.
Yeah. Debt is dumb, budget.
Yeah.
A ton will come up, and Debt Kicking Sunday videos are good for that too. Let's see. How do you find time to watch football games? Better yet, do you sleep?
Football games, what's that?
Before kids.
Before kids, yeah. To be honest, I don't have a lot of free time. I really don't. I'm so busy with projects and with work and with projects and then whatever the wife wants done in the project. I don't watch a lot of TV, to be honest. I watch about 10 minutes in the morning to see what the weather's going to be like, and that's it. I haven't sat down and watched a football game in probably 5, 6 years.
But could you sit down and watch the whole thing if you had time?
At this point in my life, I probably couldn't, just because I could be out sanding or cutting something or building something or I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. And
I sleep really good though.
he does.
Because I'm so tired and I'm so busy that when I do sleep, I sleep well.
Yeah, and we go to bed early, about 9 o'clock at night, so we get plenty of sleep.
But trust me, it's not like I don't enjoy it. I enjoy every minute of what I'm doing and the building and stuff. And to me, I'd rather be out building something than watch a football game. I know some people are football fans, and I love you guys too. That's the great thing about sports. You can do whatever you want, but I would choose to be making something.
We try to watch some NBA games, but
Basketball games,
but we don't make it through the whole thing, and there's just way too many distractions that keep us. Plus, he's a good daddy. He'll do chores around the house, or tuck the kids in, or make dinner, or you're a great daddy. So he gives me some time off. And that is a lot of our evening. And plus our evenings are so routine with the kids in school and homework and, all their commissions that they earn at night, their chores that they do. So
by the time we're done with our evening routine, it's 8 o'clock.
and we're exhausted.
Tired.
I just want to go to bed.
And lately it's like 8 o'clock and it's like I want to go to bed, but I got to go in and I got to paint for 2.5 hours to get a coat of paint on before I go to bed. So there's just not a lot of time.
But look, he's done painting.
Yeah, I finished today. Hot diggity.
And it's good quality time. Anyway, how much did we budget for the baby to get the nursery together and get started on clothes for me and the baby? This lady that asked this question, she's 8 weeks pregnant with her first baby, and she's a little frazzled about finances and all of the changes that are going to come up.
Budget.
So, how much did we budget for the baby? We knew the cost of the baby going into it, so we were able to say, okay,
That's the hospital side of it. We knew,
right?
Not the clothes and strollers and all
Right.
that stuff. We had. No.
Yeah, but just the hospital bill itself. When the baby comes, we were able to break that down and say, okay, by this point or by this date, we're going to have the money for the baby. And so, and we're actually, they wait to bill, and it goes through all of the insurance
process.
stuff. So you even have an extra couple months to get that money together. But that answered that. To get the nursery together and get started on, okay, so the nursery, we have DIY'd, do-it-yourself. Everything that we possibly can.
I think it's funny you said we there have DIY'd everything.
I've got to give you credit somewhere.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I have done DIY. I helped with the wall. Okay, we did this awesome wall in our nursery. And pretty soon we'll show you what the nursery looks like. But
we will show you what the nursery looks like.
We just went as frugal. Bought a lot of things off of Craigslist, furniture.
I built a lot of everything. It's in the
You
the room.
Bought a dresser off of Craigslist. Put a changing pad on top. That way the baby can still use it. Painted it. We've just gotten as creative as we can. There's a lot of ideas on Pinterest, if you're not on that website, to save money. And then for clothes for me and the baby, we don't know what it is, so we have a drawer for a boy and a drawer for a girl, and that is all garage sale items. So things that I paid 50 cents for this summer.
Yes, experienced clothing.
Yeah.
Fits the same, wears the same, looks the same, and it's a tenth of the cost.
It is. And so, yeah, this little baby, whatever it is, will actually have a little wardrobe. And then we're going to have a baby shower, so we'll get I'm sure, some more clothes. Let's see. And then for me, I actually Goodwilled a lot of my maternity clothes. Goodwill or garage saled as much as I could. And the things that I didn't find, we bought. We budgeted for, and I just waited till the money was there, and I bought those items. So that pretty much, have we covered everything about budgeting for baby? I think so. That's it for questions. So anyway, before I forget to tell you guys, leave a comment down below about a subject for next week's Debt Kickin Sunday video. Like something that you want us to discuss, because my mind is not here. It's in several different areas. I'm pregnant, we're doing projects, I have kids to run, so anyway, we want to know what you guys want, like pick our brain.
I promise I'll change my shirt next week.
Hey, you get us how we are today.